So this is our first podcast. This being our, meaning myself, Shane, and Harry.
Hello.
Is here today with us and probably here again all the time.
Next week's. I'd like to think so. Unless you get bored of me.
Hopefully not. So we're basically creating this podcast to, not just talk about gaming, which is something we have in common. We play a lot of games and we just have fun gaming. But we want to touch on issues that are going on in the world and, talk about mental health and just help people out and stuff. And we want to be there for you guys watching just as much as we want to be there for each other.
Exactly.
But talking about current issues and things that are going on, I'm just going to jump straight into it. I'm going to play you a little bit of audio. And once it's played, basically I want you to tell me, how you feel about this kind of issue and stuff at the moment. So, let me... had it up all this time and then I just bloody closed it. All right.
I might actually put in an amendment to create a curfew for men on the streets after 6 p.m, which I feel would make women a lot safer. And discrimination of all kinds would be lessened.
So that was Jenny Jones the other day speaking about, obviously, that thing that happened with Sarah Everard. Obviously tragic, but that was her basically saying that she feels like there should be a curfew on men after 6 p.m. So what do you think about that?
I mean, I sense a bit of sarcasm behind it. I think there is a bit of sarcasm. I don't think she really means that. But at the end, she says it's going to cut down on discrimination. But is it? Because as much as people hate what I'm going to say, not all men are, rapists or pedophiles or abusers. So you're discriminating against men who aren't bad people. And I know people aren't liking the term all men, not all men are the same, but it is true, not all men are the same. I don't agree with what men do to women, and I don't agree with the fact that women should have to go around scared all the time. I think that's wrong, and I do think a lot of men should think about their actions, and they should correct them. But at the same time, you have to think, there's lots of things that are being discriminated in the world at the moment. You've got the whole Black Lives Matter thing. Lots of men's mental health isn't talked about enough. I think there's a lot of discrimination in the world, and I completely agree with women. They shouldn't have to justify what they wear. They shouldn't have to change their attitude to anything. It should be men that change the way that they're acting. But I just think that putting all men in the same pot, I don't think is right. I think I just don't agree with putting all men in the same pot.
No, yeah. I actually did a bit of research before, obviously doing this, on the whole homicide rates and stuff. Obviously, between I think it was 2008 to 2018, the study was done to see how many men and women were killed per year. On average, women were killed 200 to 250 people, and this is in the UK, England and Wales especially. 250 people, women a year, compared to men at 400 to 550 people per year. So when we talk about homicides and stuff, it is more likely as a male to be murdered than a female. Obviously, we can flip this up on its head and say, well, what about sexual attacks?
Yeah.
Obviously, that's going to be a different number. Then that's going to be more percentage of it's happening to women than it is men. But I think over the 10-year period, 4,493, I've got it written down, men were killed compared to 2,075 women, which is a 31% chance of women than men.
And you have to realise as well, it's the same with everything with the sexual assault. Even though women get it a lot more than men, and I'm not disputing that, I don't agree with it, but men get assaulted, they get sexually assaulted. Those things happen to men as well. Not on the same number at all. I'm not saying that, but it does happen to men. But I wouldn't go around the corner and say all women are sexual assaulters or murderers or things like that, because I know it's not all women. I just think I just don't think all men should be put in the same bracket. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't think It should be
Not
done.
at all.
But I do think some men who act that way should keep themselves accountable and, go to prison for what they do, because I don't agree with it.
I think, this is where it comes to when you talk about prison and holding men accountable. As you say, it's not all men. I've never gone out and been like, I want to do this.
Yeah.
Don't, after 6 o'clock, I get this mad moon rush to want to go do some shit. But if the problem lies with the justice system, when I was looking it up, it's something like only 11% of people that commit these acts of like sexual assault are convicted,
Which is disgusting.
which is a horrible number of people. That is very low. That's people out there being unaccounted for, or people just getting away with it. And I think that's where we need to be tougher. If it happens, put in a punishment.
Yeah.
Put them in jail, etc. Don't let them out, on bail or release or whatever. Give them punishment, because that's where they need to be. They need to be punished. But yeah, as you say, I don't feel like all men should be penalized one person's actions. It's not men that have just murdered people, as you say. It's not just men that have sexually assaulted people. Women have too. So where do you draw the line? Just because men are more likely to doesn't mean that's, if we get rid of that, well, we're still going to get some, because women do these things.
Yeah.
But we're not going to get as many.
And it's the same thing, like seeing all, obviously lots of people have touched on this subject in the last week or so, seeing it on Facebook or TikTok, things like that. You've got people saying, there's a certain percentage of women who go through their life with sexual assault, and that's way too high. It shouldn't be happening at all. But you've then got men commenting on that, saying, "Oh, some of them lie. The majority of them lie." Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, we're trying to fight our battle to say that not all men do this, and we're contradicting ourselves by saying these stupid things. We say, if a man comments on something and says, "Oh, well, 50% of those women lie," yeah, there might be, I don't know, 1% of them that do lie. What they want to do, that's their choice. They can live with that. But us men saying that is then going to stop other women who have gone through those experiences coming out and saying or reporting them, which is even worse, because those people aren't going to get caught. We need to stop saying those things, because people don't want to come out and say their stories because they think that they're going to be told that they're lying. And that doesn't help at all. And that doesn't help men's case either, because it's the majority of men that are saying those things. The people that are saying it. It shouldn't.
I see what you're saying. It's going to have the same effect as men have. Obviously, we know men have the highest suicide rate. That's because they're scared to come out. They've got this persona like, I'm not allowed to talk and all this. I shouldn't talk. I should man up. But if we now force this, like, oh yeah, let's tell everyone, that they're probably lying. And as you say, they're going to be scared to come out and talk about it. And if they're scared to come out and talk about it because they feel like, well, nothing's going to happen, all that's going to happen is probably suicide rate in women are also going to go up.
And also
because they have the same mental block that men do that doesn't allow them to speak out anymore.
And that person that's done that horrible thing to that woman is going to get away with it, and most of the time probably do it again. And that's what we want to cut out. People like that don't deserve to be on the streets. They don't deserve to be anywhere near women. They should be in prison for what they do. It's disgusting. And I just think I think everybody needs to be a little bit more sensitive on the matter of, on one side, saying all men are trash. It's not the case. It's not the case. Would you, you might have fathers or brothers. Would you think that they're trash? So, no. You know what I mean? And on the other side, if you're saying, oh, most women lie, if your mum or your sister had been sexually assaulted, would you want them to come out and say what's happened? Would you want them to report it? Would you call them a liar? Probably not. You've got to think about it that way. And I think not a lot of people, I think there's two heated discussions from one side, where one side's saying, oh, you're all trash, and the other one's saying, oh, you might be lying. I just think we need to try and help each other in these situations, not argue about it. You know what I mean? Just think.
I also get the whole like men are scary thing, because growing up, I grew up in a rough area and, been through my fair few fights in my lifetime because of this. Where I'd walk through the streets at night, and obviously it's more scary at night, it's dark, it's going to be scarier. And if I'm walking alone, and I'm walking down a street, I'm looking for objects. And this is what I'd literally do. I'd look for like a brick, something, and memorize where that brick is. If it's a loose brick, I go, right, I know that's there. So if I need to, I can go back and get that just in case. Because I don't carry weapons on me, but if someone comes at me, I want to know that that's there.
Yeah.
And, you know, I get why like women would be like, oh, men are scary, because they can be. Majority of attacks are men.
Yeah.
9 out of 10 of all the murders committed were done by men. This in the statistics that I was on about. That is a lot. So men, yeah, I get are scary, but they're not all scary.
Yeah. I agree with what you're saying. I think a lot of men need to look at themselves and think about what their actions are doing. They might. I mean, some men might even, this whole cold calling thing is it cold calling? Not cold calling. What's it called? As a woman walks past and shout stuff to her.
Whistling or.
They might not. I know it's stupid to say this, but they might not think that they're doing any wrong because they've done it for so long. They might just think, oh, it's just a bit of banter or whatever. But actually, it's not. That intimidates women. That makes them feel uncomfortable. And I think that's the sort of stuff that you need to stop and think, oh, actually, is that a good thing for me to do? And stop before you get to that point. But yeah, I think where we say not all men are dickheads and things like that, at the same time, there are a lot of men that need to stop and think about what they're doing and not do it, basically.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's just disgusting. And these people should be in prison. I don't agree with it at all.
Punishment for those that actually commit the crimes. You can't punish everyone. The other problem I feel like if you punish everyone, imagine you've got a school class, right? Now one kid acts up and the teacher decides to punish the whole class because of this one teacher. Now what happens is everybody gangs up on this one person that acted up. And that's the issue you're going to have. If everyone was penalised, people would go out looking for people to blame. Well, it's not me. It's not me. It must be someone else. So now I'm angry at this person. And that person might be innocent as well. But they're angry because that person's another man in this instance. Well, I'm angry at that other man because he might be this person. I know I'm not. And that could cause a whole nother issue.
Yeah, and I also think just like people comment, like if someone comes forward with their story and people comment, tarnish it, say they're lying, things like that, what's the point? What is the point in commenting and saying they're lying? If you want to comment something that might help, might reassure them, give them some advice. If you've got a comment to say, oh, you might be lying, I don't want to believe you, just don't fucking comment it. There's no need.
If you don't know, you don't need to get involved.
Exactly. Unless you're going to try and help someone, don't comment. That's
no, I like that.
That's what,
Leave it to the people that actually know what they're talking about. If you're literally somebody that knows nothing about anything about the subject, don't comment on it because you don't need to.
And we do want to add as well, these are, what we're saying is just our outlook on it. This is our personal outlook. We don't mean any harm to any of the comments we make. This is just our outlook on it. This is how we see the situation. And that's going to be the same for all of our podcasts. Yeah. We're going to say our opinion on it. Just add to our opinion. That's all it is.
We're not taking other people's opinion and saying, right, that's factual. We're just saying, well, this is how we kind of feel about it.
Yeah.
It's the way we kind of see this thing in front of us.
I just think we all need to be nice to each other. We're all going through enough crap at the moment with COVID. You ain't got anything nice to say, don't say it. Amen. Quite simple. Thank you, Mum and Dad, for giving me that saying.
Thank you, Mum and Dad, for making you to be here right today on this show.
Yeah.
You don't want to think about it.
Yeah, no.
But no, yeah. That's I think we've touched on that enough.
But yeah. So we'll go on to how we met.
How we met.
A few years ago
that was a dodgy Friday night, wasn't it?
In the rainy Wales of Llangorse. But no, me and Shane used to do we used to be instructors on outdoor activity centres. What year was it that we met? Can't remember now.
2000. I want to say 2015. How old were you in 2015?
I would
have been 20.
I would have been 18, so it would have been 2 years before. Oh, would have been,
Really?
if it was 2000. Oh, jeez, I'm 25.
Because you joined straight out of college, didn't you?
Yeah, that was my second college. So I was 18. I think I was 18 at the time. 18 or 19. I must have been 19, so it must have been 5 years
you
ago.
were older out of the bunch, I know that.
Yeah,
So yeah, 5 years ago.
2015, 2016, I think we met. But we met for pre-season. Training.
We didn't really meet that long. We just met 5 sentences together.
Yeah. Did
in
bushcraft
the
together.
Snow. Did a bit of bushcraft, yeah. I think I did the training on that, actually.
But yeah, we got on quite well, didn't we?
Yeah.
A group of us. Lots of nights at Lakeside and pub. Karaoke.
Going down pub, karaoke. I think
Yeah.
I joined in the karaoke a few
Yeah,
times.
you did. And then I think you guys, before you went to, was it Hopeville you went to?
Yeah, we went to Hopeville.
You stayed,
Normandy.
You stayed for a bit before, didn't you? Before the season started.
Yeah,
If I remember rightly.
so we did pre-season and then we stayed behind to help
Yeah, that's
get
it.
the site ready and train
Yeah.
the new staff, yeah.
And then you left us to go and run your own centre.
Yeah, Hopeville.
And then we didn't see each other again for a couple of years, did we?
And then, no, it's a good, what was it, 2018 when we both went back to
Well,
Brecon.
you went back earlier.
I went back at the beginning of the season, yeah.
And I was
Wales.
having hell at my current workplace. I had to get out there. I remember passing my driving test and literally driving to Wales 3 days later. Never been so scared in my life. I left at 5:30 in the morning just so there was no traffic.
I feel the exact same. I know what you're talking about because I passed my license. I got my test a week before I had to drive to Wales. Okay, so the M1 I hate. It's a horrible road, but I drove up the M1. And then obviously, so that's a week. 2 weeks after that, 3 weeks after that, I'm driving to France.
Oh dear.
So like within the first month, I had already
Yeah.
driven from near London up to Wales, down to Portsmouth, across France, and then I did everywhere. I did the south of France, north of France, back to Wales, back to France. I
Yeah.
got a lot of miles in, but yeah, it's scary when you just.
So I came up, went to Topside initially, and then I just remember seeing you because there was literally nobody in that season that I joined where I had worked there before. I think it was me, you, Jack, by the way, and Alex, wasn't it? That's the only
Alex
people.
came along later, yeah.
Yeah, he came just after me, so I didn't know many people there at the time. I remember coming down to bottom side, and seeing you, and I was just thinking, right, that's fine. I've got someone I know. I can get on with someone. You. We got on for the season. You were on maintenance for extended, weren't you?
Yep, I stayed behind for maintenance.
I was on extended somehow. Probably the most unqualified person to be on extended. But yeah, and then we didn't speak for a good couple of years again. And then I found you on TikTok. Realised you were streaming, and we've spoken to each other for the last month and a half, really, haven't we? 2 months.
Yeah, man. Pretty much every day playing games.
So yeah.
Yeah, it was a TikTok. I was like, look, Harry's on TikTok.
Yeah.
And then I see that you've got your goal and you want to reach a certain step. I'm like, yo, yeah, good on you.
So yeah, that's how we met. Started on Warzone. Not very well, but we're getting there. We're getting better.
Oh, good old Warzone. I mean, that is what we predominantly play.
Yeah.
Most of the time, and you've improved
A lot from when I
from
started.
when you started, where you are now. Yeah.
Throwing grenades on myself, thinking it's a heartbeat sensor.
I think the moment where I realised you had improved was when you got that clutch and you got the win.
Oh yeah, when there was
There's
eight
five
people left.
Whatever, yeah, 8 people left. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, there's no way we're winning this. We might as well back out now and just search for a new game because Harry's not going to do this. There's not a chance.
Honestly, my whole body that time, I don't remember any of it because my whole body was shaking. So I was just like, I've never been in this situation before. I'm not dead yet, which is like a miracle. What do I need to do now? I don't know what to do. And like you were saying, like watching me was just painful because
What?
I just go around so slowly, but I clutched
Literally,
it.
all your movements were like,
Yeah.
like Harry is to your left, and you're
That's
like, well, I know
emergency.
it's to my left, but I'm gonna look there in a minute when I'm done looking right.
Yeah.
All right, there he is.
But yeah, no, I'm slowly getting better.
Oh yeah, you average a lot more kills now.
Yeah.
And your KD's going up, which is, as I say, is hard to do. Once you've had a negative KD, to start bringing it up is extremely hard. But yours is creeping back up. So
we're getting there. We're getting there, people.
cool.
But yeah, no.
Speaking of Warzone,
yeah, you said you had some questions for me.
I got some questions. They're not difficult, but I just want to see. You know, you've been playing for like almost 2 months.
2 months-ish, yeah. Yeah.
We'll see. So the first question I've got for you is, how much would it cost you to purchase a precision airstrike?
It's either 3,500 or 4,000, I think.
Okay, yeah, it is one of those two for sure.
I think it's 3,500 because cluster is 3,000.
You want to lock it in?
Yeah, lock it in.
Ah, yeah, correct. 3,500.
Yeah, sweet.
Next one. How many armor plates when you have a satchel? Okay, so how many armor plates in total do you carry when you have a satchel?
8.
Like what's the maximum you can carry at one time?
Are we talking about in the satchel as spares or on you at the same time?
How many in total
so if we're
can
talking
you have
about,
on you at one time?
If we're talking about spares, it's 8. If we're talking about altogether, it's 11.
11.
Yeah.
11 and all, including the satchel.
Yeah.
Thought I'd throw you off because you'd be like 8.
Yeah. Which is what I said straight away.
Which I think is funny because earlier I was thinking, well, you don't get 8 on a satchel anyway. You only get 3 because you can carry 5 already. Plus the 3. So you can already carry 8. So you just get an extra 3 with a satchel. Ooh. Okay, so you're running around the map. Yeah, when all of a sudden you see a yellow flare in the air.
Yellow
Why is that?
Yellow is recon.
You're getting somewhere.
Recon.
There's progress. There's progress. That's the only 3 questions I've got written down. I thought I'd just...
Okay, I did well.
Make sure you're there. Make sure you're there. Yeah, you did well.
Yeah. Feel free to ask me questions in the comments. I'll see if I can answer them. I won't cheat either. I won't cheat. Well, what do we think of the change on the map on Verdansk?
The latest update.
Yeah.
I think what they're doing...
The £3 million budget, and they put a line from the shipwreck to the prison, and they've moved the zombies to the prison.
So yeah, they had a big budget for this update. They crashed a boat, half a boat, into Verdansk, which is now useless because
it's
there's nothing to do there.
Yeah, it's not even good for loot. We tried it the other day, and it was just naff all there.
Nothing there. Don't bother. Don't waste your time. But yeah, as you say, now all they've done is cross the red lines from the ship and move the zombies to prison.
Yeah.
What are you doing? There's so much potential. Oh, they opened up a few missile silos, I guess. You can now go into missile solo. But
yeah,
why?
I don't know. I just don't think there was much change.
They removed the
I think there
subway
needs
system.
to be more.
They got rid of underneath stadium. It's like you're adding a boat and taking away so much.
The thing I want them to focus on more is hackers, because I think that makes the game so unenjoyable. Because it's such a fun game to play at times. Like if you've got the right 3 people with you in quad, like yesterday when we were doing those challenges, we loved it. We were having such a funny laugh. Yeah, it was loads of fun. We got a dub. We had a good night. But when you come across hackers and you're like, there's nothing you can do about it, it just ruins the game.
And you can tell as well.
Like it's like I was saying, like Vicstar did a video a couple of months ago. The reason why he left playing Warzone, he literally came across. They came across a group of hackers that were they were streaming themselves on Facebook Gaming, hacking. So you went onto their screen and you could see on their screen those little square boxes where everybody is on the map, and they're freely streaming it. That's when you know not enough is being done about hackers. They're quite happy to just stream it.
And the problem is, initially, the first thing they did was to go, right, we know the issue is coming from PC, which now we know with striker packs, they can have it on consoles as well. But the main issue is coming from PC. So what we're going to do is, when you install the game, you're going to have to give us a phone number and an email. What? Anyone could put in any number, any email, and just carry on playing the game. It's not going to stop you. You're not going to go, oh man, you know what? Nah, you got me.
Yeah.
You got me. I'm never going to do this again. I'm not going to make up a number or an email.
But same goes out, and I'm going to say this once. If you're watching this and you're a hacker, get a life. Stop ruining the game. What is the point of hacking? What purpose does it give you? Yeah, you've got more wins, but is that anything to be proud of? Because you've cheated to win.
This is true. Well, they should do what GTA does, and they allow you to have modded rooms. Like, go and play in a modded room where all you guys can look at each other from across the map and see who wins in a freaking hack off. But yeah,
I just think
keep out of our games. You know?
I think if you get caught hacking, that's it. Bam. You should be able to play again. I think that's what it is.
I don't know how the software works, but yeah.
And then Rebirth needs to be made back to quads. You should be able to choose
It should be a
Rebirth,
choice.
duos, trios, and quads, just like Battle Royale. Yeah, you can't do Rebirth as a solo, but duos, trios, and quads, you should be able to do it. Should be a choice.
I mean, if they did have a solos, they could do a buyback solos, where if you have more than enough money to buy yourself back, then you'll get Rebirth, which is fine.
Or
so they could have a solos, but yeah.
Or you get 3 lives or something.
Yeah, but duos, trios, and quads should be a thing. You should be able to choose which one you want to go into, because you finally get like a trio, you're like, oh yeah, I'm happy with this, and they're like, quad, all right, I'll get someone else in.
Get random, yeah.
You get someone else in, they put it back down to trios. You're like, well, now this person isn't there, or we got to, shuffle, and it's...
And also...
And I think they should make public matches smaller, lesser numbers.
But
go
also,
onto these bigger maps.
Yeah, but also, like, sometimes you want to play Verdansk because it's a slow-paced game. It's a much bigger map. You can loot better. There's more time behind it. But sometimes all you want to do is drop onto a small map with lots of people and just go attacking and killing spree or whatever. Be more of a more full-on game. Because you can't do that sometimes. I just think there should be a choice between them. And I actually think they'd probably get a lot more people playing if they did.
They probably would.
If they did make that optional. Because, even watching streams and TikTok, people don't like Verdansk. People don't like playing it.
No.
So
it started off great.
They would only play Rebirth. But then it works the other way. Some people don't like Rebirth and will only play Verdansk. I just think there should be a choice. That's what I think.
Just give us a choice, Activision. That's what we're saying. We want a choice in what we play and how we play it. Stop dictating to us.
Yeah, pretty much. But we've sort of been saying we want to try more challenges and different loadouts. So yesterday we did a challenge where none of us could stop moving.
A non-stop challenge.
So the only time we could move was when we're getting our loadout. We couldn't move, sorry. The only time we could stop was when we got a loadout. The rest of it, we could not stop. And if you came out of a building, you couldn't go back into that building. So once you come out, you can't go back in. And let me tell you, it sounds so easy when you think about it, but try it. It's one of the most weird and difficult things because you try and force yourself to move the whole time. And we got to one building, I went straight in to get a chest and came straight out without thinking about it. And then we got precision airstrikes and I was screwed. I had to run a mile to get away from the place.
I thoroughly enjoyed that mode. I remember going into a building, looting it, thinking I'd picked up a gun, running out of a building, going, shit.
Yeah.
I left that gun behind.
I did see another good challenge, which was one chest challenge. So you're only allowed to open one chest, and whatever the guns are in that's the only guns you get. Who was it? I think it was Courage that did it, and he got twin pistols and what was it? A shotgun or something, or like an LMG, I think.
I know what would happen. I'd go to a chest, I'd open it, and it'd give me like a revolver or something.
Yeah.
Well, great.
So we could try that. But what was? I mean, we did a loadout challenge yesterday. What did we get? We got what was it?
The one that we did well on was we got a random generator and we got the M4A1 as a primary and a HDR as a secondary.
Yeah,
we literally got our loadouts apart from Bob. And, we absolutely smacked that match.
We did as well because I got 4 kills, Robert got 2 kills, and bear in mind Robert's been playing for a week and a half. Just to put it out there, like he did well that game. I got
10.
You and Shaq got about 6, I think, didn't he? 6 to 8, yeah. Like we had a decent game. 4 kills for me, I'm over the moon. If I get 4 kills, I'm happy.
Especially in Verdansk.
I'm happy with 4 kills. But we're looking for more challenges. We want people to comment challenges. You can either comment it on here, or we are part of a Discord community called Atlas, which you can join. We'll post a link in the description. Or Shane streams all the time, most nights. If you go onto his stream, that'll be in the description as well. Yeah. We'll all be on there. You can watch us both. I'm always playing on Shane's stream at the same time, so you can watch us both, get to know the other guys that play with us, and get to know the Atlas community as well, which is good. If you've got any challenges, any loadout ideas you want us to try, drop them down. We'll try and upload them as much as possible. We've got one. Which one was it you said you got ready to upload?
The one I'm going to upload is the one where we just don't stop moving.
That's the one, yeah.
I'll probably upload that today, which is Sunday. This is going out tomorrow. But
Monday, any challenges, loadout ideas, just comment them. We'll give them our best shot. We're not saying that we're the best gamers in the world, because me and Rob aren't. But we'll always give them a go, and we'll always have fun doing it. I think that's the most important thing. We don't really take it too seriously. We just have a laugh. Bicker all the time and just try and get on with it. But no, it's all about having a laugh. The same applies with other podcasts throughout as we carry on. We want to try and cover loads of different topics. Doesn't have to just be gaming. It can be current things in the world. It could be a load of would you rather questions, anything you want. If you want us to talk about something, just comment it. We'll always try different and new things. Even if we don't know about it, we'll research it, talk our opinions on it. And like we said earlier, everything we say in these videos or podcasts, it's just our opinions, it's our outlook on it. We don't mean any offence to anyone that disagrees with us. We don't want to tarnish anyone's opinions, but that's just our opinion. That's how we want to come across. We want to be sort of the podcast where, if you feel like you're struggling, you can come on, talk to us like normal people, and just get away for half an hour to 45 minutes.
Yeah. And if you got a problem and you're like, I've got a problem, but I don't want to tell people it's my problem, just tell us you got a friend, right? You know a guy, he's got an issue, and we'll talk our best about it.
Yeah, I mean, we've both got TikTok accounts ourselves. We'll put in the link. My Instagram is on my TikTok page. If you ever want to message us individually, if you need any help, anything like that, just message us. We
both have Q&As activated on our pages as well.
And me personally, I've gone through different mental health issues, and I've always struggled with mental health. And even now, sometimes I struggle with mental health with the current situation going on. So I do know what it's like. And sometimes you just need someone to chat with. And our inbox is always open. The Atlas community is amazing as well.
Yep.
You can always post in there and people will have a chat with you, just asking how your day is. Sometimes that's all you need. But yeah, our inboxes are always open, always. So don't be afraid to ask or reach out. But we do have one thing to ask.
I was gonna say, when's this bit coming in?
Yeah, I've managed to persuade Shane, not what I'm going to do, but I've managed to persuade him to do the next best thing. So we're setting you guys a challenge. So we are being a bit cheap, asking for followers, but it's worth it. So we're going to have a TikTok account. We've got this YouTube account. And we're going to make an Instagram account. We're saying in the next 30 days from when this video is uploaded, if we can get 1,000 followers on TikTok, 250 followers on YouTube, and 100 followers on Instagram, I will shave my hair off fully. And let me tell you, I have a massive head, so I'm going to look like a thumb. Okay? So
you say you're going to look like a thumb?
Yeah. It's not going to be enjoyable. You know Spy Kids?
Yeah. Oh, wow.
I'm going to look like one of those thumbs. That's what they are. That is what I will look like, right? If we get those things, Shane will also dye his hair a random colour. We have a spin wheel, which we will spin. Yeah. We have a spin wheel, which we'll spin, and whichever random colour he gets, he has to dye it. 30 days from today, from the day this is uploaded, so Monday. So by the 14th of April, we need 1,000 followers on TikTok, 250 on YouTube, and 100 on Instagram.
And if them targets are met, Harry will get rid of his hair, and I will colour mine.
And doing that at the same time, we're going to try and raise some money to go towards a mental health charity, because that's what we really want to focus on.
Maybe we should live stream it then.
Yeah, we can do that on our TikTok channel.
Yeah.
So that's our challenge for you. If you want to participate in that and see me look like a thumb, then by all means go for it. But yeah, I just emphasise on the fact that we don't. Yes, me and Shane want to come in here and just have a nice chat and be ourselves, but we want to entertain people and we want people to want to watch us. So if you've got any ideas, any constructive criticism, anything like that, just comment it. We're pretty hard headed. We take things on the chin. We always take criticism, constructive criticism.
Yeah.
If you just comment you're both dickheads, then that's not really going to help us. But we're both easy people to get on with, so just comment it, and we'll try our best to do our best, really.
Yeah, man. But before we go, so if you're going to look like a thumb,
yeah.
All right. Does that mean at the moment you look like a hairy toe or something?
I could be. My brother asked me if I was going to shave earlier because the weirdest thing is my beard goes ginger. You might not be able to see it in this, but it's very ginger. But it's literally the only thing that's ginger on me, which is very bizarre.
So if you're shaving your head, are you keeping a beard? I think you should.
Yeah, I can do whatever. I'm not really that worried.
I think you should have more hair down here than up here, just so you're inverted.
Alright, I'll keep the beard, but I'll shave the hair. That's your challenge, guys. That is your challenge. All of the links to the TikTok and the Instagram will be in the description. The TikTok will have just been created today, as in when we're recording this, so Sunday. Same with the Instagram. But it's your challenge. Please get to 1 follower away and then don't do it. But
let's get to 999.
Yeah, that'll be fine. But no, we're I'm happy to set different challenges whilst we do this. We want to get different people on the podcast each week at some point as well, just to give another opinion for different things. And we'll try and get people on that specialise in what we're talking about. So, for example, if we're talking about a different game, we'll get people on that play that game more often, and different things like that. So hopefully we're entertaining enough. And if not, then I'll get drunk each week and entertain you all.
We'll just go with that, yeah.
Yeah.
Just go with you getting drunk. But yeah, if you're interested in coming on the show, just let us know. Because we'll see what you're about. We'll talk to you and see what you want to get on and talk about, and we'll get you on. But if you just want to come on to call us both dickheads, then,
fine.
That's enough. Then yeah, come on and just call us dickheads. We'll just cut you off, but...
But yeah, no. If you want to see things, let us know. And if you need...
Whoa. That's for OnlyFans, all right?
Oh, well, yeah.
If you want to see things...
Yeah, 1 million followers by tomorrow, and me and Shane will create a joint OnlyFans.
Fucking, bro, no. Could you imagine? Oh shit.
But
No, seriously.
yeah,
No, it's been good.
even if it's like different games you want to see us play, regardless if we've not played it before, we could be absolutely terrible, but at least they'd be enjoying to watch. So, yeah, anything you want to
It's
see
not
us
horror
do,
games.
let us know. Any help you need, give us a message. And here's to us annoying you for 30 to 40 minutes every week.
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
It's what I do best.
All right, so yeah, we'll end it there then and call it that. I appreciate everyone. If you made it this far, I hope you made it this far. I appreciate you all being here. Hopefully, you can help us reach our goals, reach our targets, and we can be here each week to provide you with some form of entertainment.
Yeah.
Until next week, I guess that's a goodbye from me.
The old. See you later.
And I'll see you later from Harry.
Peace.